My good friends, hello to everyone. This is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. Dr. B is here today to talk to you about hair transplants. Guys, hair transplants are a scam. Stay away from them, whether you are a man or a woman. Stay away from hair transplants. Hair transplants are a big scam, right? And I'm going to explain to you why. Guys, Dr. B has been in medicine for over 30 years, and he knows it all, right? And he's here not to sell you any fake stuff, not to BS you, not to push you to buy any fake remedies or anything like that. Dr. B is here to help you genuinely because Dr. B loves you. Dr. B went into medicine for the love and the passion of medicine and the love and the passion of people, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to talk to you about this hair transplant and to help you save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of money and headache and everything because it's very, very simple, guys. These people who are pushing you to come to their clinic, right? And to get hair transplants, right? Oh, look at that. The top of your head is balding. What can I do, doctor? Well, come to my clinic. And they advertise it everywhere. On any website, thousands of websites, right? Advertising everywhere that hair transplant for men and women. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's thinning over there, right? Your temples are thinning and blah, blah, blah. Come give me $5,000. And then after 3 months, go back again. Let's fill up also that spot over there. Give me another $10,000. By the time you finish your so-called hair transplant, you have spent already $5, $6, $7, $10, $15, $20, some people $30,000, right? It is a scam. It is a rip-off, guys. Whether you're a man or a woman, and whether you are bald or a little bit bald, or whether you are losing your hair or blah, 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 or you are experiencing thinning hair, do not go get hair transplant. Stay away at all cost. What these people, these charlatans, right? These people who want your money, these people who do not care about you, why do they tell you that it's good to have hair transplant? And then they show you pictures of people before and after. All of those pictures are photoshopped, right? They are fake, right? They are made by artificial intelligence, right? These are not real people, right? Guys, what they do not tell you is that the hormone, the testosterone that causes hair loss in men, right? That make men go bald, or women also, although to a lesser extent, right? I mean, look outside. 99% of people who are bald, or are balding, or who are experiencing hair loss are guys, right? Women start to experience hair loss at a certain age, right? After menopause. And usually they don't develop this male pattern baldness, right? They experience hair loss, hair thinning, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, you get the point, right? 99% of men who lose their hair and are bald or balding or have already nothing on the top of their hair, on their head, right? It is caused by testosterone, right? This male hormone, and of course the genetics, right? You can be a man and have testosterone, but never experience baldness, right? And get old with white hair, but still have a full head of hair, right? So there's genetics, right? But even if you are genetically predisposed because of your mom or your dad who passed you the gene of baldness, usually come from your mom because it's linked to the X chromosome, right? The gene of baldness is on the X chromosomes, right? So it's passed on from your mom to you as a man, and your mom got it from her dad. So look at your grandfather from your mother's side, or your great grandfather from your mother's side. That's the guy who gave you that gene of baldness, for baldness, that was passed on your mom, and your mom gave it to you. It's not your dad, right? Because it's an X-linked, X-female chromosome, right? So what they don't tell you, these charlatans who want your money, is that testosterone, that is responsible for baldness, attacks the hair follicles, right, by becoming dihydrotestosterone, right? I don't want to go into the biochemical explanation and blah, blah, blah. Just know that if you are genetically predisposed, the male hormones is going to destroy your hair follicles and make your hair follicle eventually to die, right, in your scalp, right? And of course, over time, more and more and more and more hair follicles are going to die, and you're going to experience hair loss and baldness, right? An average adult healthy scalp hair has about 100,000 hairs on his head, right? An average adult has about 100,000 healthy hair follicles, hairs on his head. That's an average, right? Some have way more, some have way less, but an average of 100,000. And as men start to get bald, they lose these hair follicles that get killed, that die under the influence of testosterone, the male hormones, right? That makes us masculine, right? Now, what they don't, so what they tell you is, hey, you are losing your hair follicles. Come, we're gonna replace them with other hair follicles from the back of the head, right? The back of your head is not genetically predisposed, right, to lose its hair follicles, because the hair follicles in the back of your head, right, are not influenced by testosterone. Your testosterone, you, the man who is losing his hair or is already bald, your testosterone has no effect on the hair follicles in the back of your head. That's why when you look at your head in the mirror, right, you have what we call the male pattern baldness. Means you are bald on the top, right? But in the back and in the sides, you still have your hair, right? So they come and they tell you, you know what? Come, we're going to remove hair follicles from there and we're going to put them on the top, right? And because those hair follicles are not prone to be attacked and get lost by testosterone, they will grow and replace, right, the hair that you lost, right? Now, the problem is that what they are not telling you guys is that testosterone doesn't cause hair loss only by killing the hair follicles on the top, right? It also kills the scalp, the skin of your head on the top. So the testosterone has an influence, a bad influence on the hair follicles on the top of your head, but also the scalp, the skin on the top of your head, right? If you look at your own scalp in a mirror, look how your skin now is thin, shiny. You cannot even pinch it, right? Do you remember when you were younger and you had a full head of hair, right? Do you remember you were able to massage your scalp, right? You were able to pinch the scalp, right? Like here I am pinching my skin that has hair, right? Have you noticed? I can pinch it. It is nice and healthy hair and skin. So the testosterone is killing your scalp, is making it very thin, it is making it very unhealthy. Your scalp is shiny, thin, right? Look at the scalp of any bald person. The scalp is shiny, thin. It's not a healthy scalp like the one that you still have in the back that you can pinch, that is thick, right? So the guy who is doing your hair transplant is fooling you by telling you that by putting this hair from the back on the top, the testosterone is not going to affect that hair, because that follicle is going to keep growing the hair and replace the hair that you lost. But he's not telling you that the scalp itself is getting killed by that testosterone, and there's nothing to do for that. It's like saying, you see, look at that land, that dirt over there. I'm gonna get some young, beautiful trees, and I'm gonna plant them on that dirt, on that land that is arid, not fertile, and we're gonna have a beautiful forest, right? What makes, guys, a beautiful forest is not just the quality of the trees that are in that forest, but is also the soil, the land, right? The soil, the land of the forest has to be fertile. It has to not be dead soil with no minerals, no nutrients, right? So not only you need to bring water to those trees, but those trees that you are planting to make a beautiful forest, those trees need to be planted on healthy soil, right? So that those trees can grab all the nutrients, right? The phosphate, the nitrogen, everything from that land, right? In order to grow and make a beautiful forest. You can plant the healthiest trees, young, beautiful trees, in an arid, unhealthy land with unhealthy dirt. It's not going to make a beautiful garden or a beautiful forest. So you can get the healthiest hair follicles from the back of your head and transplant them on the top of your head, right? In your scalp. It's not going to give you full head of hair, because your scalp is not healthy to support healthy follicles and to grow them and to give you beautiful hair, right? And as you're going to get older, as your scalp is going to get thinner and more healthy because it's been attacked under the influence of this testosterone that is making it very, very thin, and it's going to be thinner and thinner and thinner over time, right? Those hair follicles that they transplanted are going to become thinner and thinner, and you're going to lose them eventually, right? So you're going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to fill up that balding spots and everywhere, right, that you are balding. You're going to have a reprieve for a few years. But more health is going to be lost from other areas, right? Because testosterone attacks not only the hair follicles, but also your scalp, right? But in addition to that, over time, the hair follicles that they transplanted to those areas that were balding, after a few years, you're going to experience hair loss from those places. So then in 5 years, you're going to lose more hair follicles in those healthy locations that you had, and hair follicles from the transplanted head area. And then the guy going to say, well, now have 5 years, come back, we're going to take more follicles from the back, put them more to replace. But eventually, you have no more healthy hair from the back, and they give you these nasty scars that you can see in anybody in the back, right? That had hair taken from the back to fill up the top. It's like trying to replace grass in one area of your garden from grass from another area. Well, that grass, there's so much grass that you can take from one area area and put it in another area, right? It's not like your hair follicles are going to multiply, right? Hair follicles are not going to multiply. You cannot transplant one hair follicles and hope that that one hair follicle is going to become 1,000 hairs, right? So one hair follicle is going to give you one single hair here. So you're going to remove one hair follicles from here, put it there, it's going to give you only one hair. It's not going to become 100 hairs, right? So they are fooling you. It's a scam. You're going to spend thousands of dollars, and eventually you're going to realize that Dr. B was right. It's going to take you a few years. Initially, oh my God, ooh, look at that, I have this hair. Oh my God, I feel so good. But guys, you cannot turn back the clock. Your scalp is aging, right? Your scalp is aging the same way your facial skin is aging, the same way the skin on your hands everywhere is aging, right? You cannot turn back the clock. You can slow it down with some shampoos and vitamins and blah, 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 blah. But do not expect that hair transplant are going to give you for the rest of your life this healthy hair that you had when you were 20 or 30 years old. It is just not going to happen. It is lunacy. It is a dream. It's going to give you a reprieve for just a few years, and then you're going to keep losing more hair. You're going to go back, spend more thousands of dollars. They're going to destroy your hair, right? Your scalp is going to destroy. It's going to be not looking good eventually. Eventually, you're going to regret everything. You're going to have to shave it completely and put a goatee like most people who are accepting their baldness, right? We show off with our brain. We show off with our skills, right? We show off with our knowledge. Whether you're a plumber, a carpenter, a gardener, a mathematician, a scientist, a bus driver, a taxi driver, it doesn't matter. You are a human being. You show off with your brain, with your skills, with your knowledge, with your profession. Musician, artist, painters, plumbers, carpenter, anybody. We love you. I love you for whoever you are. We show off for our skills, our profession, our love for people, for what we do for society. We don't show off because we have a full head of hair, right? We're no longer 20 or 30 or 40 years old. We have to show off with different ways, right? So don't get scammed. Don't get fooled. Testosterone destroys your hair follicles, but also your scalp. And the guy who is replacing your follicles by hair follicles from here is not going to replace the scalp where he's implanting the hair. So remember this image that I gave you, this metaphor. You will not make a beautiful forest by planting trees, no matter how healthy and beautiful those trees are. If you plant those trees on a land that is arid, that is dead. The land is dead. It has no mineral. It has no healthy nitrogen. It has no healthy fertilizer, right? You cannot make a forest by planting trees, no matter how healthy, on a dead land. It's just not going to happen. Those trees are going to die. So those hair follicles they're putting in there, in a few years, they're going to die too, because the scalp is being killed, being destroyed by your aging and your testosterone, and there's nothing to do about that. Right? And anybody, you can just maybe slow down that aging of your scalp, right? The same way you can slow down the aging of your face. Eventually, the clock of aging is gonna get to you, right? I'm trying to slow down my aging so that I age gracefully, so that later by the age, now I'm 50 years young, so that when I'm 70, 80, I look still good and in good shape. But I will still look old by the time I'm 80 years old, even though I am hoping and I'm sure that I will look like a great, healthy 80-year-old, right? Good looking, healthy old man, right? That's what we want. So don't get fooled. Nobody, no hair transplant doctor or surgeon or whatever the cazzo they call themselves, will be able to give you a full head of hair like you were 20 or 30 years old. And after the guy at the end of a few years, after procedure, a few years, after a few years, eventually he will make a lot of money out of you. And you will realize that Dr. B was right. Dr. B was telling the truth, right? Guys, I love you. I didn't go into medicine for the glory and for money. I went into medicine because I love people. I love medicine. I love health sciences. I love everything about health sciences, right? And science in general, right? I love it all, guys, and I'm here to transfer my knowledge and information that I have accumulated 30 plus years of medicine so that you stay away from all these websites all over the internet, millions of websites. It's hard to know what is true, what is not true, and people don't have knowledge. The average Joe, the average Jane like you, they get fooled by these people, by these charlatans who are selling you this stuff that are just absolutely wrong. All these so-called miracle drugs, miracle vitamins, right? These charlatans, right? Like in the early days, you had these snake solution, snake oil. Oh, drink the snake oil. The guy would go from one village to the other, right? Oh, look at that. Drink that snake oil and your arthritis will disappear. Oh, you got a headache? Drink this snake oil and your migraine will disappear. Make sure that you give me $200 and blah, blah, blah. And people have been falling for this kind of things for years, decades, and centuries, because unlike me, they don't understand this. And I'm not saying that badly, the same way I don't understand about computer engineering, right? I'm not a computer engineer, right? I'm not a plumber, a carpenter. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, God has created every brain for a purpose, for a skill. I have no skills in music, in arts, in painting, right? Everybody's different. But Dr. B knows medicine. Dr. B knows biochemistry, chemistry, physiology, anatomy, physics, mathematics. And I'm here to help you stay away from that by aging gracefully, aging nicely so that you can reach retirement age, so that you can save your money for yourself, your family, right? Don't spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on these hair transplants. Stay away from them and put it in a nice savings accounts for your kids. Grow the money in a certificate of deposits. The interest rates right now are very high, right? Save it for yourself. Invest it in the stock market, in blah, 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 blah. But don't give it to these charlatans who are going to eventually, it's going to take time, but in a few years you will regret it. And you will understand what Dr. B was talking about. Guys, I love you. You are all my students right there. Students of medicine. I used to teach medicine and health sciences and everything to the medical students and nursing students and ultrasound students, x-ray students. I don't know, so what else? I used to teach all of these people. And then I got tired because too much work at the clinic. I just couldn't handle all this amount of teaching. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was like another full-time extra job, right? So, but now I have found you. I have found you. Thank God. You guys are my students, right? And I feel like the good old days when I used to teach. Right? I used to teach in the classroom, but now my classroom is you, and I know you're there, and I know that you're listening to me. May God bless you. I am always happy to teach you. You make me happy. May God bless you. And I hope to make you happy too. If you have any feedback, any comment, remember Dr. B is always available. Put them down there. Remember, Dr. B always loves you. Dr. B cares about you genuinely. And I really, really hope that you follow my advices. Watch my other videos. I make it easy for you to be healthy with no BS, no complicated medical terminology, blah, 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 and hours of about this and that. And my God, what a headache for regular people. I love to sit down and listen to a medical conference and read medical journals and articles. I love it, but it's not made for regular people. For you, the regular Joe, the regular Jane, I make it easy to understand. I love you, and I hope to talk to you in my next video. Bye-bye.